Hey parents! Ever looked at your child and wondered, is this normal? You're not alone. Raising kids is full of questions, especially when it comes to their behavior. Every child is unique, so let's break down what is typical and when you might want to seek a little extra support. First, let's talk about those everyday ups and downs. Toddler tantrums? Totally normal. They're learning to manage big feelings in a small body. Asserting their independence with a loud no? That's also a healthy sign of development. Shyness around new people? Very common. These are the moments where they learn and grow. But what if those tantrums last over half an hour every single day? Or if your child is frequently hurting themselves or others? That's when we want to pay closer attention. Other red flags include persistent sadness or overwhelming fears that you can't seem to soothe. Sometimes, stress shows up in surprising ways, like a school-aged child suddenly wetting the bed again, reverting to baby talk, or losing all interest in their favorite toys and games. A big drop in grades or refusing to go to school are also signs that something deeper might be going on. Now, what about friendships? It's normal for kids to have disagreements with siblings or to need some quiet time alone. Learning to make friends is a skill that takes practice. However, if you notice your child is being bullied or is bullying others, it's time to step in. A child who is completely isolated, with no friends at all, or who seems terrified of going to school because of other kids, could definitely use some help navigating their social world. School itself can be a source of stress. It's normal to struggle with a subject, forget homework sometimes, or feel nervous before a test. But if your child's attention span is much shorter than their peers, or if their teacher reports sudden and significant behavior changes, it's worth investigating. And if your child seems to be trying their best, but is still falling far behind, or constantly has a stomachache only on school days, that's their body telling you they're under too much stress. Physical health is another piece of the puzzle. Picky eating phases and shifting sleep patterns are a standard part of growing up. But we should be concerned about ongoing exhaustion that rest doesn't fix, major weight changes, or any mention or sign of self-harm. These always warrant a conversation with a professional. Also, remember that kids are incredibly sensitive to big life changes. A divorce, a move, the loss of a loved one, these events can rock their world. You might see them become more withdrawn, clingy, or act out in unusual ways. This is often their way of communicating distress when they don't have the words. So, how do you know when to seek help? Trust your gut. You know your child best. Look at the intensity and duration of the behavior. Is it affecting their happiness and daily life at home, at school, or both? Reaching out to a pediatrician, a school counselor, or a child therapist is a sign of strength. It shows your love and commitment to giving your child the support they need to thrive. You're not failing. You're being an amazing, proactive parent. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more parenting insights. See you next time.